so the operator will not be able to see me for most of these cuts. And sometimes this is going to happen. You'll have the garage in the way, you'll have, you know, something in your way where you can't see, but you still need to be able to make safe and efficient cuts. So today we're going to go over that. Communication is key out here, and you got to be able to talk to your crane guy. And if you don't, get some Cenas. Well worth the money. You got to be able to do it, because you're only going to be able to yell so loud so long. Here we go. So here's our crane. I just got to press the button. There it is. We're in. Let's go up slow and get some of this little stuff out of the way over there. Okay, so we're as high up as we can go on this one. These two Ys are definitely strong enough. Let's go and set these straps. All right, now that we got our straps set, we went up as high as we need to, where it's as strong as it needs to be still. We're gonna come down and make sure we have enough butt weight or bottom weight to make this balance the way we want it to. Alright, so instead of fighting with my rope to get it all the way up and over here, since this is a removal, we're just going to get this stuff right out of our way. Now we got to find out what we're good for. So, what are we good for here? 5,000. All right, right now we're probably sitting around 1,500 to 2,000. Which means we can safely go all the way down to this big crotch right here. And we'll still be within our parameters here for sure. Put your buck strap on. Undo your rope. Get it out of the way. All right. And now, just in case, we're gonna get double tied in. All right, so we have the crane guy put some tension on it. Since the limb is going out and over and the crane's over here, we're gonna cut right to the crane. Back, I'm sorry, front, back. Ready? Here we go. Nice and smooth, just like that. It goes up and away. Yep, you can take it back. You're good, take it back. Wide open spaces, you got it. Let those ground guys know that there's dead branches in here that might come out, so. And there's our cut. Little teeny bit off on the backside there, but went nice and close. So I was guessing that that weighed 3,000 pounds, and it is 2,500, and we were good for 5. So that means I could have went twice as big as that and still been safe. Good. Now you got a branch. Oh, sorry. Good on the boom. Come down on the ball some. You're gonna have a little branch that you're on the front side of. That's gonna look like your good. Sorry. That's gonna look like your cable is not straight down, but what are you good for here? 4, so we can pretty much take this log in 1. All right, have one of those guys get ready with a saw. Yep, and I'm gonna hop over to the other side so they can cut it down there. I'm gonna have these straps on the back side of the tree, so when you pick it up, the butt wants to stay heading to the back. That's another thing, when you place these straps, you gotta figure out which way the log's gonna wanna go when it gets pulled on. As the crane goes up, where is the tension on the straps? Is it underneath of it picking it up, or is it on the back side of it holding it up? There's minor details like that that you need to learn to be able to do this safely. In this case, since the house is over here and there's nothing below us, we're just going to hold it up on that back side so it pops off easy for them. And that's it, we're ready to move. There we go. Put some pressure on it. Yep. You got it. Pick up a little more, see what you got. Yeah, I think that's it, buddy. Pull straight up on it. You're free. Oh, it's hollow. All right, now some climbing action. We're gonna meet the crane ball at the top of this next pick, since he can't see us. We're gonna go meet him up here at the top. Yeah. And essentially you're just playing leapfrog with your buck strap and your lifeline. That way you are always tied in at all times. Hold up. Okay. Got a branch on the way. Great. Yep. Coming. Good. All right, got the crane where we need it. Still can't see us, but we got him right where we need to just by talking to him, telling him where to go. All right, here's what's gonna separate you guys from the rest of these guys. We got our strap set. This crane is good for 3,500 pounds where he sits. He has no weight on it, and I weigh less than 200. We can tie into this and use it just like it's a center crotch right in the tree. Take our buck strap off, lean back, set our feet, and down we go. Tell them put a little pressure on it because you want about 1,000 or so pounds of force on that tip when you're making this butt cut. That way it already has a little bit of pressure on it, and you don't shock load the crane and either damage it or cause him to tip if you're too heavy. Everything with crane work has to be nice and smooth. Good. All right, same deal. Back cut, front cut, back cut. Hop on. You're gonna have to go out just a hair more once we get this set up. Once we get tied in, take the buck strap off and tell them up. Yep. Well, no, this is another tree. But this is the same tree as the last pick, yes. We've already got one tree done. We're You're pretty straight up and down where you... All right, now we're all set up. Let's get down and make our cut. So for this one, since I am in between, almost in between the cut and the crane, I'm gonna make sure I cut higher than my head, just in case anything happens, I can duck and get out of the way so it doesn't actually hit me. Kick off to the side. I did it above my head. He's totally out of my reach. There was no chance of that coming back and hitting me because I stayed out of the way. Now he takes it up and takes it over. $1,000 pounds. We're gonna have to do a guess the weight game coming up here. This one was 1,000. I got the strap, she can come down, got 10 feet. 5. So for this pick here, I want this log to come up as straight as possible. And what we're gonna do is put one strap on this side and the other strap going up the other. So take this here. This one, we're gonna tighten up on the back side. Like that. And then you can just bring it up there and lay it there. Take your other one, get them right up tight, close to each other, like so. And now it is pulling on both sides of the log as he goes up. In return, it should keep it relatively straight. Make sure we tie it in. Do a little check. Now we're heading down for our next cut. All right, so we did it with a leaf blower. Here's the same concept. Go ahead and step back a little bit. Just take a loop, put it through here, hold on to your loop. And you can send that saw right down to your ground guys and get a new one. So now that he's got it, I just drop the rope and he's able to pull it right out. Now when he needs to send me up another one, loops it over. Without tying a knot, I can send a saw down and retrieve one. All right, we're gonna do a big girl here. Oh! Stand it up some. Yep. All right, we got another big log pick here. We're gonna do the same thing. This is a better example of what it's gonna look like after he ties it up. So we match these two straps up. That way he's pulling on both sides of this log nice and straight and up. Actually, we're gonna make sure that he's above it by going up just a little bit, Aaron. Just make sure that these straps line up good for you. Okay. Those will go up and over as you move, just stay right there. All that, and you got the chainsaws and everything else going. You want to see what's going on. Another big cut. Now we do have a branch on this one that may tip the log around a little bit, but again, I'm going to cut up above my head. That way, if it does move around, I'm not in the way of it. at it. Yep, too much meat. That's what'll happen if you don't make a perfectly straight cut, or you leave too much meat. It'll hang out on there too long. Four cuts. Go ahead and lift up on it. See what you got. There you go. Move it around a little bit, Aaron. Maybe let some with your boom. Yep, all right, he's out. Straighten back up a little bit. There you go, get that backside, yep. Go ahead and cut that backside a little bit.
Yeah, just hold on just by a little bit.
Yep. That's all it takes, guys. A little teeny bit like that can hold these trees up. Good, Aaron, give it some. Out of the tree. Yep, there it is. All right, got up with it. There we go. What's that weigh? 27, right on the money. Go put some pressure on it. All right, here we go. Nope. Hey, bring it back to you. Bring it back to you. You're caught up in the canopy. Super brittle, so you want to make sure you're nice and gentle when you're stepping on it, because you don't want that to break off and almost hit the house. All right, we're on the dead branch. Put a little bit of pressure, not too much. Yep, right over there if you can see me. We need to go, sorry, to the, you can't see me. Yep. Beautiful. You're on it. What are we weighing? 1,500. That's what I'm talking about. We were good for 2. All right, you said we got some tension on it? Here we go. And that's what it looks like to be in between the boom and the tree. When you're in between it, you got to be able to duck down like I am right now and get out of the way so that doesn't hit you. But that's it. All we got is a couple more picks on these logs, and that's gonna wrap this job up. Last shot of the log coming down. And that's a wrap. That's how you safely do crane work when you can't see the crane operator and he can't see you. So stay tuned for some more videos.